everybody. Let's give it a minute so I can mute this side here when it decides to finally start playing and going live. Apparently, YouTube's very delayed. There we go. Okay, that way you guys don't have an echo. So I see Mike coming in for the gold and the silver. I see Lewis and Rebecca coming in for the bronze. We got Naj coming into the house. Linda, welcome, everybody. I'm going to try to be a little quick tonight. Mike, I apologize again because this is driving me nuts, so I'm sure it's got to be driving you nuts to an extent. Basically, let's put it this way, guys. Without going too deep into detail, I have a very important phone call that is supposed to be happening before 7 p.m. Central today, is what I was told. So here we are, 6 p.m., and I still not have gotten the phone call. So at some point during this live stream, my phone might ring. I might have to get off, and we will pass it over to Mike, and he will be going live after me. So part of me's kind of annoyed that this is going on. I hate working on people's freaking... I hate when it's not in my control. But we'll see what we can do and go from there. So before we get into the game and stuff like that, I see Mike saying, no worries, shit happens and life gets in the way. I will tell you guys that this better be a good phone call. We'll leave it at that. So fingers crossed. I'm really hoping this phone rings, as annoyed as I am that it has to be at this time of day during the middle of a live stream. It is a very important thing. So we'll see how this goes. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. So before we start playing the game, we are finishing 4 seasons of Living the Dream. I can't believe that. 4 seasons of doing YouTube videos. How has it been 4 seasons already? Next month will mark the beginning of season 5. So here is kind of what the next couple weeks are going to look like. Tonight will be my last live stream of the season. For the next 3 weeks, I will be going after Captain Jack still, but it will be those short 5 to 10 minute videos that I've been doing on Kenya. I'm going to make one on the Great Cycle Challenge about Zach Zobiak again, stuff like that. So what the plan is, the next 3 weeks through September 3rd, after Labor Day, we will do some videos on Kenya. We'll do some videos on Great Cycle Challenge, live premieres after Captain Jack. Once those 5, 10 minute, 15 minute videos wrap up, I'm going to be in communication with Mike every single week, telling him, hey, this is how long the video is, blah, 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 blah. So as soon as those videos wrap up, Mike will be going live. So that is what the next 3 weeks are going to look like. And part of that is because this weekend I have my RAs coming in, so we have training going on. We have everybody else coming next week and moving into the building. It is absolutely go time right now. And when I say it's go time, like, just to give you guys a teaser, when I say it is go time, I mean it is go time. Not even just outside of my job. It is Colby needs to give 110% in every way, shape, or form. Every single gas pedal needs to be floored right now. It is all in, double or nothing right now. This is it. This next 3 to 4 weeks, everything is coming down to this. So we're just going to leave it at that. So for tonight's live stream, whatever we make of it, time-wise, I see Naj dropping some 4-leaf clovers. Thank you, Naj. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping everything goes according to plan. This is stuff that I've been working on in the background for a very long time. So we will see how everything plays out here. Oh, God. Lewis is saying knock, knock. I'm not answering, Lewis. You're going to ding-dong ditch me. Speaking of Lewis, before we get started with the game, I do want to try to make you a moderator here before I forget. Add as moderator. Standard. Save. There we go, Lewis. You should be a moderator now for the channel. So behave. Don't mute me. But I appreciate the offer and I appreciate the help. I see Naj reminding everyone to hit that thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am always constantly forgetting to do that. Mike is saying my live should be interesting. I'll be writing a song with the comments in chat. Ooh, okay. Well, Mike, depending on this phone call, I'll try to be there. I will absolutely try to be there. So tonight, kick back, especially since we don't know how long I'm going to be live. Canceled the tour of Gogebic Community College. I'll definitely be doing that at some other point so you guys can see the overall campus, where I work, some of the upgrades I've done to the campus suites building, all of that fun stuff. But we're going to play a little bit of Spark. That old card game, some of you might remember it. There was always different packs that I had for friendship, introductions, all of that. Well, tonight's new deck that I just bought, and it literally just got here yesterday, is about reflection. This Spark edition serves as a mirror, providing players an opportunity for deep exploration of their personal growth up to this point. The successes, the failures, and the aha moments that have helped you become the person you are today. Use this game as the catalyst to launch yourself into the next best version of yourself. This edition will facilitate greater self-discovery, deeper connections, and impactful reflections. So let's reflect, grow, and ignite our potentials. What a perfect way for the last live stream of season 4 and to kind of segue into season 5. What a better way to do the live stream anyway, I think. So I see Mike saying he hasn't heard of Spark. So for those who haven't, Spark is a card game made by Yes Theory, who they didn't invent it, but the big motto of seek discomfort, that kind of came from them. That's where I kind of leaned into all of that. And they make this card game for mainly strangers to get to know each other better, etc. And they have different packs. There's the main pack, and then there's packs like these that are for long distance, friendships, first dates, reflections, all kinds of different stuffs. And I pretty much have every single pack, I think, except the dating one. I think that's the only one I don't have. Otherwise, I own all of them. I see, Naj. I have grown up as much as I can. My motherboard is full. I see Captain Jack, too. I want to say hi to Captain and thank you for the raid. I know it was confusing tonight. So, hey, thank you for your patience and sticking with me and raiding me as always. So we're going to shuffle this reflection deck here. And I want somebody to give me a number. I don't know. Preferably a smaller number. It's a big deck. But we don't want to be sitting here counting cards all day. So somebody just give me a smaller number. Not like 500 million, Lewis. I'm talking to you. And I will draw that card. We will see what the question is, and we will go from there. I see Brandon, Scooby Snacks coming in. Rocky, what are you doing? Thank you for stopping in tonight. For those who weren't here at the beginning, I might not go the full hour. But whenever I wrap up this live stream here, long story short, I might have a phone call, have to go. So one way or the other, when I wrap up this live stream, Mike will be going after us. So make sure you guys stay tuned and follow the link at the end of this live stream for that. And I see Carol's saying number 11, so let's go with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Of course, there was one. There was one. Do you want me to count to 400? Let's see. What's the best thing you did for someone else this year? That is number 11 in the deck. So I'm curious, while I'm also reflecting on season 4 of Living the Dream, I want to hear from you guys. Put in chat, what is the best thing you did for someone in the last year, the last 365 days? That is a really, really good question. God, what's the best thing you did for someone else this year? This is making me feel bad because normally I'm like, oh, I've donated this, I've donated that. God, since last September. What's the best thing you did for someone else in the last year? Carol, you gave me a tricky one. Why do I not have an answer to this? Even when it comes to work, like Jesus. While I'm thinking, let's read some of the comments here coming in. I see Naj saying, I gave money yesterday to a mother with 2 kids asking for food money. I'm going to say in the past year, as cheesy as this one might be, it was running the campus suites. It was doing my job. But what do I mean exactly by that? I mean, there was one student in particular, I'm not going to name names, that was very, very shy. And when, I have to make sure not to use pronouns here, when they were dropped off, their mom was actually in tears saying to take good care of them. And they were also in tears. It was their first time living on their own. They were super nervous, very shy. And over the past year, I got them out of their shell. So now they go to a lot of campus activities. And they actually went and they've done a lot of hikes. They've went and they saw the Annabelle doll. That is something I'm really proud of. They kind of went to that one. They were super nervous, very scared about it, but I talked them into it. My job, I think, is pushing that seek discomfort boundary. You obviously don't want to force the students to do something they are not comfortable with, but trying to get them out of their comfort zone in a good way where they're growing, etc. So they ended up seeing that. They said they loved it. And the proudest thing with them in the past year, they went to Copper Peak. For those who don't know, Copper Peak is a local ski jump, and it is the tallest, I think it's tallest. Either way, same thing. The tallest, biggest ski jump on the entire planet. And each fall, we bring our students there, and you could go up to the top and take a bunch of pictures. This student had a fear of heights. So initially, they were not even going to go on the jump. We ended up getting them to go on the jump. They rode the elevator. They got halfway to the jump, or halfway up the jump where the elevator ends. And you step out, and it is a metal flooring like a crate, so you could see right through to the bottom. The walls are metal, so you could see right through. And they didn't want to go all the way to the top. So we took some time. I brought some other students up to the top, and then I came back down, and we probably spent a good 15 minutes to half an hour talking to him afterwards, because there was a wooden like path, and if you took 2 steps, you would be on the jump itself, and you would get to see all of the fall colors. On a very good day, which it was that day, you can actually see, I want to say 3 states is what it is. You could see Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Lake Superior on a good day. So what I ended up doing is I spent that half hour, and I said, hey, look at me, keep your eyes on me, 2 steps. Just kind of block everything out, look directly at me, count to 2 with each step. 1, 2. And after half an hour, he finally took those 2 steps and absolutely loved it. They were so proud of themselves. They were so excited for this coming year. Now they want to try to go all the way to the top. So we're going to do that. And even like getting to the jump itself, you have to ride like a ski lift, like a chair. Oh my God. Even me, jumping off of a skyscraper, out of a plane, all of that. I still hate that ski lift. It is terrifying. So that was something that I was really, really proud about for him. And I think that's the best thing I've done for someone in the last year. Scrolling. Oh, this is going to be good. I just tried it with some of your chat, Kobe. I am curious to see how you are doing this. I hope I can make it. I mean, at this point, I'm probably not getting a phone call. The fact that it's 6:20 and I was supposed to get it prior to 7. And what it's regarding, probably not happening tonight, but whatever, okay. Wish I wouldn't have been sitting around my phone all day. Verse 1, Captain Jack says, prepare to be boarded. Lewis and Clark with mountains recorded. Naj's motherboards fold, can't grow no more. Florida peaks just trash, he laughs to the core. Interesting. I'm just checking my emails here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm not. Okay, whatever. I'm by my phone, so is what it is. Scrolling. Mike, will this be on your live tonight? Yes, it will, Captain. He's taking the chat from his live and making a song with it. So it's going to be really, really cool. Make sure you guys stay tuned for Mike's live. Captain's saying, I got time. They're not on your time, Captain. Nice try. That's like some stay till midnight stuff right there. Oh, it's not midnight yet. It's only 4 in the afternoon. Which, speaking of time differences, you guys, I know there is a significant time difference between, I'm going to point in the right direction here, between Kenya, I point at Europe. There's a significant difference between Europe and the United States. But come on, I come back from Kenya and all of a sudden 3 months are gone and my summer's over. Like, what the hell happened? Just absolutely bizarre. I do want to take a moment. Obviously, you guys can hear me, but what are your thoughts? Is the audio okay? Is the camera okay? what are your guys' thoughts on this? The reason I'm asking is because, drumroll please, great news for you guys. Not only do I have a nice new setup, which, here we go, stay tuned, we're going to do an earthquake, I apologize. My PC is up and running again. It's fixed. So I got my nice new LED light, or my neon light, not LED, it's neon. I got that, my award, my PC, my monitors, and then behind me, I got this all decked out. So it is a pretty nice setup. I spent all weekend drastically rearranging my living space, my suite, and I'm just so excited the PC's up and running again. All is good. The thumbs up. Thank you guys. Happy to hear it. Man, it feels good to be back and everything's working. Knock on wood. What ended up happening was the PC crashed because it was out of storage. Through years of like YouTube, gaming, all of that stuff. It just ran out of storage. It couldn't do mandatory updates. It crashed. So, knowing that everything was backed up and saved, I ended up telling my dad, because he knows computers pretty well, I told him, wipe it. Factory reset it. Let's start from scratch. So right now on this computer, I literally have this and I have Chrome, nothing else. So we are starting from scratch tonight. I see a couple questions coming in. Colby, what's the best way to send you this sample to play on here? I'll send it to Live in the Dream Facebook if that works. You can try that. Otherwise, the text, when you sent the sample through text, I know that was tricky. So if it requires a little bit more work for you, do Facebook. But the text wasn't too bad either the other day. I know you said it lowered the quality, but I didn't think it was bad at all. Seek discomfort. I thought at first it said geek. Geek. Captain. Colby, did you see in the chat what I did the other day with my GF? I did not. Let's see. Scrolling. I see you're speaking Spanglish. Scrolling. Was that after or before? There's Naja's. There it is. I helped my GF choose her. Ooh, you got a car 3 days ago. Congratulations. What kind? I will judge. Be warned, I will judge based off your answer. But congratulations on that. That is always awesome to hear. I actually just had someone else in the dorms that's going to be coming soon. They stopped by today and they were like, hey, I got a new vehicle. And they didn't have their license last year or anything like that. So always happy to hear that. Shuffling instead of scrolling. And let's see here. I see Georgianne stopping in the house. Welcome, Georgianne. Thank you for stopping in. What is our next reflection question? Georgianne, since you just stopped in, do you want to give me a number between 1 and 20, please? And I'll pick another card here. I'm guessing it's a Chevy Malibu, Captain Jack says. Fun fact, my first vehicle was, I think it was a Chevy Impala. It was a Impala. Loved it. Until it started leaking gas. Sent in Facebook message as there is too large to send in text. So let me check that before we pick the next card. I see Georgianne is saying number 18. But let's check out this sample that Mike sent me. Let me just switch over. I have 5 different accounts on Facebook, so and I see Lewis saying 15, so we'll do both of those. Oh, I got 4 audios with you here. Let's see the newest ones. It looks like they're loading, so while we wait on Mike's samples to load, I'll shuffle this one more time. And we will, oh, there it goes. Okay, so these are the samples. Captain, what are you talking about? Let's see what these samples sound like. I don't know if you guys can hear it very well. Captain Jack says prepare to be boarded. Lewis and Clark with mountains recorded. Nice motherboards full, can't grow no more. Florida peaks just trash, you laugh to the core. No country. My friends, Tennessee. We share tales, just you and me. About the cars we sail on by. In this chapter, we reach for the sky. Scoop snacks greet with a friendly hey. Heroes in Michigan joining the fray. Helping our mothers, giving what we can. In this big old world, we're lending a hand. Very impressive. Just you and me. About the cars we sail on by. In this shadow, we reach for the sky. Sweet snacks free with a friendly hey. Michigan joining the fray. And a mother, giving what we can. In this big old world, we're lending a hand. For the hills, to wherever we roam. Together we make this chat feel like home. We laugh, we share in this virtual space. In this little chat room, we found our place. That is very impressive. Very, very impressive. You can't really tell that it's like robotic or anything like that. I really, like Captain Jack saying, I love it. Hold on, give me a second here. Okay, handled. Not what I was waiting for. Yeah, but I really loved it. Like you can't tell that it is like a robot. Okay, stop blowing up my phone. Now I sound like Captain Jack. This is why I always have my phone muted. It's probably part of why I was so crabby about waiting all day, because I had to listen to notifications all day. But let's scroll up here. I see Georgianne said 18 and Lewis said 15. So let's pick our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is Lewis, 16, 17, 18 is Georgianne. Playing a game of reflections during the last live stream of season 4, segue into season 5. Ooh. Mike is saying, yeah, so if I take all the comments from chat and drop them into Suno. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, you were talking about Suno. I really got to try that one. Okay, the question from Lewis is how can you improve your mental and physical health moving forward? Good question. Very good question. Physical health, knowing what my limits are. Correction. Physical and mental health, knowing what my limits are. That is how I can improve both of my physical and mental health moving forward. What I mean by that is my physical health. I cannot do things that I used to do. During Captain Jack's live stream at one point, I told you all that I was stepping out because it was pouring rain, and Rocky and I went outside and we went and played in the rain. And for a good 20 minutes, I fully ran as fast as I could in a giant field with Rocky in the pouring down rain. Cue the next 3 days being bedridden because I was in so much physical pain. While you would think, being 25, that I could go, do these things, unfortunately, I have to know my limits, and that is something I cannot do. I want to stop for a moment and say peace out to Lubecca. That's their new nickname, Lubecca. Thank you guys for tuning in. Maybe I'll see you guys in chat during my little 10-minute video premieres over the next 3 weeks. Otherwise, stay tuned. September 7th is what I'm thinking. Normally we do September 6th because it's 906 Day, the area code for Upper Michigan. That kicks off my season. But for certain reasons, I'm kind of aiming for the 7th for the next live stream like this. So I will see you guys either in the next couple weeks during those short video premieres, or I'll see you during the next live. Continuing with Lubecca's question, how can you improve your physical and mental health moving forward, knowing my limits? That also means limits like flying on a plane. End of the year, I leave on Christmas. I have my trip to Machu Picchu. The flight, theoretically, the longest stretch should be about 9 hours long. There is no time zone difference. It is the same exact time zone as I am here in the Upper Peninsula right now. So really, jet lag should not be that big of a problem. Not much to adjust to. But I know sitting in basic economy seats, that's a no for me. I cannot physically handle that. That is just a fact that I have to accept at this point. So it's all about knowing my limits, especially those are all physical, but mentally. In the last year, during season 4, we didn't get to see a lot of stuff. You guys haven't seen stuff from Europe yet. There was a significant gap, absence in season 4. And that was because I was struggling mentally, because I was juggling YouTube, my business, being practically a full-time student, full-time job that's salaried, so I'm always on call pretty much, doing all of that, plus eBay, plus Walmart deliveries. It was way too much. And as I talked about in the last live stream, Nate ended up watching it later on and commenting, taking a photography class this fall. I'm adding a lot to my plate again, as I usually do. But still, I have found a really good routine. I replied to Nate saying I have found a really great routine right now. Physically and mentally, I am doing really great right now. Knock on wood, those vaccines finally got out of my system there. Those side effects too. So stuff like that, knowing all of that. So that is number 15 from Lubecca. Oh boy, Georgianne, why did you pick such a weird question? This is so weird and so cheesy. I want to say to ask for another number, but we'll do it. It says to close your eyes, take a breath, and listen to your heart. Do you think you are on the right path right now? So let's all take a moment and let's do that. Let's all just take a moment to kind of unwind and just close our eyes, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And just think, are you happy with where you are right now? Do you think you are on the right path? Well, you guys will have to wait till season 5 to figure out the answer to that one. We are going to leave it at that. Season 5 coming up September 7th, 2024. I'm scapegoating. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. Shuffle, 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 and we will go back to number 16. Let's do a little bit more reflecting on season 4 of Living the Dream. Seriously, guys, 4 seasons. I can't believe it. I'm sitting here like, how is it 4 seasons already? I just can't wrap my mind around it. If I think my brain hurt. What's he saying? Yeah, I heard it while I was gone, but I'm confused there. Oh, he heard Lubecca. Okay, here's a question though, Lewis. How did you hear it, but you were gone? If a tree falls in the woods and you're gone, does it still make a sound? And do you hear it? Georgette is saying same here, Naj. I missed this one too. 25 years old. I barely remember 25. Yeah, it'll be interesting for me. It's always like people, I was just talking to a coworker the other day. Oh, you're 25, you know, a quarter of your life, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I am not going to live that long. Do you see the things I do? Jumping out of perfectly good planes, off of buildings, haunted museums, haunted hotels. Yeah. They were talking about like 70s and 80s. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate you think I'm going to live that long. I really do. Oh, I left my phone on by accident. Are you butt dialing this live stream, Lewis? You know, never mind. I'll stay here. Change my mind. I don't want to change your mind. I want the hours. I'm not going to change your mind. 3/4 of my life, Georgianne says. I don't know, Georgianne. I mean, I'm 25, so you're just as young as I am. You're a youngin' still. At least that's what everybody tells me. Gosh, why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Not me. Well, Naj, if you've never heard this story before, we'll keep it short and sweet. I do have a video. I recommend checking it out. But long story short, 3 words. Why would I jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Fear of heights. Yeah. Definitely interesting. Acute hearing, probably inherited from too many vaccines. No, it's what's it called, Captain Jack? It's a man thing. It's a selective hearing. It's a gift that I've learned from my stepfather and my father and my grandparents, my grandpas. It's a gift that runs in the family. Selective hearing. Lewis is saying, I think I'm the youngest here. Me and Becky are the same age of 19. That very well may be right now. You are probably the youngest regular that tunes in. I don't fear heights. I fear falling to my death. Fair. Fair. That is completely fair. Scrolling back up here, I want to see what was that number. What was the number? 16. We're going to go number 16, do a little bit more reflecting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Do I think I'm on the right path in my life? You guys will just have to wait till season 5 to find out. What do you think can help you improve your relationship with failure? Can it be improved? Like, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I mean, what do you think can improve your relationship with failure? I mean, I'm pretty good with failure. Like, I actually am, like, I encourage failure because then I can live and learn and then, like, make adjustments accordingly. It's hard to say because I wouldn't say failure. Like, I wouldn't say Kenya was a failure. Now, I came back and when the vaccines were really screwing with me and stuff like that, like, there's that, but I wasn't, even then, was the trip worth it? I don't know. Like, at least I went and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. How do you improve your relationship with failure? I guess Georgianne's saying never give up. I guess kind of just reminding myself of that. You know, some days it gets a little bit hard. I will say that over the last 2 years, you guys have heard of me talk about having thoughts of deleting the YouTube channel, quitting, stuff like that. That really doesn't happen anymore, especially since I was just like, screw it, I'm going to make the videos I want to. Like the highlights of Kenya. I still love that. The Circle of Life song. Like, personally, it is my favorite video from this channel. Hands down. I don't care what anyone has to say about it. I don't care what YouTube, it's copyrighted music. Like, I am so proud of that video. Didn't take days of editing nonstop. It was quick, easy, and it's just perfect. It's great photos, it's great video, and the song is so fitting. God, I can't tell you guys. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I do not know how many times I have watched that video since I've made it. I have lost count. Kobe, if you was a monkey, what does that mean, Lewis? What kind would you be? Oh boy. We won't go into religion. Religion versus science and all of that. You know what? If I was a monkey, what kind would I be? I'd be the kind that was like in Africa, Lewis, that threw poop on my head, except I'd be throwing it at you. For giving me shit about my letters. I had to keep the radio under my pillow, no headphones. Somehow Dad would still hear it several rooms away. Turn that shit off and go to sleep. You have school tomorrow. I do not doubt that, Captain. Nowadays, it's your phone, and yeah, it's not even like the Game Boy and stuff like that when I was growing up. Nowadays, it's your cell phone. So cell phones, Game Boys, when I was growing up back then, for you, it was the radio. I don't have a relationship with any more failure. We split up because I was too successful. I love that one, Naj. I love that one. I don't have a relationship. I don't know what you're talking about. I see on your map on the wall, North Carolina is not on your map. Probably going to be a while till you visit. Yeah, really on the East Coast, it's kind of blurry. I don't know why. This camera's getting on my nerves with that over the last 2 days. But most of this East Coast is the only spots that I haven't really been to outside of New York. Otherwise, you take New York out of the equation, I haven't done any of the East Coast, starting with like Ohio, kind of in that area across. I looked at doing North Carolina and South Carolina last year for a fall trip, and I was thinking about it this year, but unfortunately, I'm only doing Machu Picchu, and then all of my travels until further notice are coming to a halt. I will outside of Machu Picchu, I will no longer be traveling. So yeah, probably be a while till I get that way. Lewis, I see Georgianne saying to come to Ohio. Ooh, but my sister goes to U of M. I don't know if she'd let me go to Ohio. That I don't know, Georgianne. My family might disown me if I do that. Scrolling up because the thing's kind of staying towards the bottom. Failure is only a stepping stone for success. Absolutely, that is not an opinion. That is an absolute fact. Birds and monkeys don't get along. Oh my God. We don't need to keep count. How many times do I gotta remember that? Georgianne saying a spider monkey. I mean, I do got the Spider-Man tux already. Lewis is saying he's from North Carolina. I can tell you going to cry. No. That should tell you something, too. Machu Picchu is the last trip I'm doing for a while. And I'm actually excited about that. So, what about no boy, Captain? I can't pronounce that, Captain. It's a no-go zone. Interesting. University of Miami? I wish. No, I don't. I take that back. Ooh, I don't know. Would I rather live in Florida or Michigan? Oh my God, that is a very difficult question. Depends where I'm at in Michigan. If we're talking Upper Peninsula or Florida, Florida. Because we get way too much snow up here, except for last year. Let's hope this year's another mild winter. My sister goes to the University of Michigan, and University of Michigan Go Blue is, for those who watch college football, there is no rivalry as big as U of M and Ohio. Yeah, Michigan's cold. Michigan is cold. So we got 10 minutes, 11 minutes left. We're going to pick number 10 out of this deck, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One last question reflecting on season 4 of Living the Dream. What changes can you make to your environment to reach your best self? What changes can you make to your environment to reach your best self? Oh, the Buckeyes. Ugh. Ugh. I'm going to puke. I'm going to get nauseous. Don't start saying. Don't start cheering. Don't. We got enough cheers. I see Naj saying 22, so I'll grab that one too. We'll do one more. Where was I at? That was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. These are our last two questions. Oh, we already did that one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Did we do that one already? No, we have not. Ooh, that's a good one, too. That is a good one to end season 4 on. Okay, so. Yes. Yeah, go blue. Go blue. I can't spell it. It is supposedly the oldest city ever unearthed, 10,000 years old, but they closed it. I guess it's another conspiracy. Ooh, interesting. I will say that part of me, like, I don't have very high hopes for Machu Picchu. Like, am I excited? Not really. Like, it's cool. It'll be fun, I'm sure. But it's not like Kenya where I'm going in like, oh my God, this is going to be a great trip. I can't wait, blah, 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 blah. Because I don't know anything about Machu Picchu, generally. All I know is Machu Picchu is a really, really big freaking deal. Why? Something to do with ancient village or what? No freaking idea. And I'm keeping that way until I leave in December because I want to go there completely blind and learn everything, the culture, the history, all of that while I'm there. Gen C says Ohio is sus, not being rude. I'm just saying it. Such a Gen Z thing, Lewis. I used to live in Michigan as well with my mom and my stepdad. So I'm on your side. Every time we say Buckeyes, he's oh my God, Lewis, you're going to make me vomit. So 8 minutes, the last two reflections of season 4, Living the Dream. What changes can you make to your environment to reach your best self? Delegate. I need to delegate. Whether it is my RAs or the work desk with outfitters, whatever, I need to delegate. I need to, hey, can you do this? Or as the boss, hey, I need you to do this, instead of me trying to do every little thing in every single area. That is a huge, huge thing that I can do to help me reach my best self, both physically, mentally, time consuming wise, my business, all of that. It'll really help me in the long run if I start delegating tasks to other people. Kobe Watch. Ooh, I'm not saying that word. Kobe Watch, beep, and Kurt. They have a show on that. I definitely will, Georgianne, but it probably will not be until after I get back. That's something I also love doing, just on lots of paranormal stuff and history stuff. I love going there, learning about it, and like when I'm speaking like when I traveled as a nomad. I used to love going to a place and then watching videos, shows on said place after the fact. So I think that's the approach I'm going to stick to with Machu Picchu. My dad swears that I need to research it ahead of time so then I could fully not embrace, but appreciate. I can fully appreciate it while I'm there, but I think I'm the complete opposite. I think I want to go in there blind, learn about it all there, all of that, and then come back thinking, wow, this is a really cool place because of A, B, C, and then dive into it when I start making YouTube videos. That is one of the things I love doing YouTube videos for, too. Not just to keep my memories and show everyone where I've been and what's possible and all this different stuff. I also love researching a place and then talking about it in a video. So to be honest, Michigan Wolverine rank 8 in the college football top 25. They are number 1, Lewis. Number 1. So this question, what is your most proud accomplishment? The last question of the night. This was number 22, picked by Naj. Great way to end the last live stream of season 4 before we segue into season 5 on September 7th, 2024. I was going to honestly say I will stick to just season 4 when I answer this question, but it doesn't matter. Whether we're talking season 4 of Living the Dream or the proudest achievement of my life, they're both one and the same. The proudest accomplishment of my life as of right now, and I am so happy, so happy that I ended up doing it, because some of you know that I was hesitant. I didn't plan on it. I'm so glad that when I was in Munich, Germany on New Year's, I did a live stream. Because even now, although sometimes the video is a little blurry and it's not the greatest quality at times, my proudest accomplishment, trying not to get emotional here, my proudest accomplishment was sitting there with my phone after it struck midnight and for 15 minutes spinning around in a complete circle, just a complete circle for 15 minutes with my phone, showing everyone and watching as fireworks all around me, 360 degrees, filled the sky. There is nothing that compares to that moment in my life. That was my first time out of the country. It was something that, I wanted to go to Switzerland. I wanted to go to Italy. I never wanted to go to Germany. I didn't have anything against it, but it wasn't a bucket list item for me. It was something completely unplanned that just happened. And I remember sitting there with all of you watching live, celebrating New Year's, my friends, my family. And I just remember getting teary-eyed because all of a sudden, in a split moment, it hit me. And I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. To see these fireworks, to have my friends, my family, to be live streaming it and capturing this moment live that I have watched countless times. A matter of fact, I literally just watched it again yesterday before I went to sleep. To have that, and then to have people there as well. At one point, you guys saw me. I took my phone and we did like a group selfie, and to have complete strangers, like not even 5 to 10 days prior. I think it was 5 days, not even 5 days ago. They were complete strangers to me. And all of a sudden, they were close friends. And we were celebrating this moment together and having a fun time. That is not only my proudest accomplishment during season 4 of Living the Dream, it is the most, not to get emotional, it is the proudest moment of my entire life. I don't know if anything, I won't doubt it. I mean, hey, I never had this planned, but that was the proudest day of my life. So with that, it is the top of the hour here. It actually looks like it's 1 minute over, so I must have started a little bit late. Let me get the link for Mike here. I apologize, Mike, if you're still listening. Sorry I went a little over. I started to get a little emotional and sidetracked. So I'm posting that in the chat right now. That is the live stream for Mike. Make sure you all go over there. Let's raid Mike. And remember, guys, no live streams for the next 3 weeks, just a couple short video premieres. So I'll see you guys in chat over the next couple weeks, and let's all head over to Mike's. I'm stalling a little bit so you guys can grab that link because auto redirect is not set up. So let's grab that link. Give you guys 10 more seconds here. Grab that link. Let's head over to Mike and let's listen to some amazing music. Everyone, take care. See you next week. Have a great night.